Happy Sunday, everyone. Hope everyone's having a good day. Just wanted to come on and just say hello and just give you guys some updates. As far as my surgery is concerned, I feel like I'm about 85% recovered. The incision still has some drainage of blood, but nothing like it was in the beginning. And like I said, that only happens if I'm up doing too much. So I've pretty much just been only getting up when I have to when it comes to eating and stuff like that. And I just try to lay around. The only problem that I feel like that I'm having is the severe spasms in my kidney area. My doctor did finally respond on yesterday with an email saying that my urine the urine protein creatinine ratio was normal. So at that point, I kind of got frustrated and I sent her a message back. And I said, well, when you called and said my results of my urine, the urinalysis alone had protein was abnormal. I said, when I got a copy of the labs, I said the urine protein was normal then. And I said, this is the same problem that I've been having. There's protein in my urine, but you look at this urine creatinine ratio, which after researching, it's some random thing that they do, but it mostly beneficial when you're doing a 24-hour urinalysis. So at that point, I told her, I said, can I please just get a 24-hour urine done? And something has to be done. I said, because I live daily with spasms in my back, my kidney area. The pain is so bad. And I said, I can barely, have enough fluids. My potassium is low. No one is telling me why it's low. And I want answers. Why is my urine so dark? Yes, I know it's because I don't drink enough fluids, but if you're giving me fluids twice a week, it's still not changing, that's a problem. So at that point, she sends a message back at like midnight and says that she's like, well, do you have a nephrologist? And I'm like, really? Yeah, I have a nephrologist. You sent me to the nephrologist. So it kind of frustrates me because I'm like, okay, what part of my chart don't you have when you're at home doing this? Because it's an electronic medical record. You should have all my stuff scanned in the chart. Like, you should have already researched in my chart going back. Hey, oh yeah, I did do referrals to her, to ask me that. I just kind of got frustrated. So I was like, yes, I have it. I said, but he doesn't seem to be concerned because my BUN and creatinine are normal. So if you want to send me to somebody else, I'm more than willing to go to somebody else. Because I told her something has to be done. So she didn't respond after that. So maybe she'll respond tomorrow, but I'm just at my wit's end. But one thing the old kidney doctor did say, which I like him, he's highly, reputable. But I think they look at because my BUN and creatinine doesn't show kidney failure, then that's it. And I know I'm not in kidney failure, but I know there's kidney damage. And I feel like literally like my kidneys are dying on one side of my body, if that makes any sense. So we'll wait and see what the referral is. But the other kidney doctor did say prednisone causes you to lose potassium and have it show up like that in your urine. So today would have been my day to start my 7 days of my steroids before my infusion. So I'm not going to do that. I will call her tomorrow and see if she can just pre-medicate me during my infusion with the Medrol dose steroid versus the pills, because I asked her when she decided to do this, because kept saying, look, I know my Benlysta wears off at the 3-week mark, and I literally feel like I'm like the cell sub is not covering. I would be so miserable in flares. And she was like, oh, well, let's do prednisone. And I was like, okay, well, do I have to take it every day? She was like, oh, no, just take it a week before. So at what point, because anytime I've been on steroids, you have to taper yourself off. So I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really don't know. I only take 35 milligrams in that week, but it's 5 milligrams. So am I supposed to be tapered off? Because you could have prednisone withdrawal. So a lot of unanswered questions. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, is just, try to be more proactive and not just trust what they're saying. Always do your research. It's just sometimes, I mean, everyone's human, they make mistakes, but I'm at my wits end with a lot of this stuff. So that is where I'm at. I'm gonna be doing a video, maybe send that out first, on the My Lupus organization team that I am a part of. It's like a Facebook type thing for, people with lupus and autoimmunes to be a part of. And you just go on there, you post how you feel, like if you're having a good, bad, or so day. You get to connect with other people from all over, just sharing their experience, and to know that you can talk to someone that knows what you're going through, and you can ask questions that's like, hey, is this normal? Do you guys have this side effect when you take blah, blah, blah? So it's very good, to have that. So that way, not to say you don't need to go to your doctor if you have questions, but it'll be nice to know that, hey, I know I'm not crazy, but I wonder if anyone else has these problems. And you'll be so amazed, no matter what questions that, you ask, like someone has a response, or someone has had that symptom. So it's an awesome channel. So I did a little short video on that and one other website. So make sure you check that video out. I don't know if it's going to be before or after this. I have not decided, because it was pretty short. So I don't know. Well, like I said, I'm just sitting around on Sunday. Like, I'm looking at some DIY stuff like that I really want to finish, but I'm not even finna push it. I'm not finna stress myself out. My bonus son, he left early this morning, but guess what, guys? He got engaged, and I didn't know anything about it. He told told his dad, and that was the only person he told. So I kind of wish, like, I would have known, because I could have helped him plan, like, a more wow factor. But they're young. They do what they do. But I'll insert a picture. I think it'll come this way. I'm not really sure. To the right or left, there will be a picture of them. And her little ring. It was so cute. Shouldn't say little ring. It was a nice ring. But yeah, he's back. He flew out like at 6 o'clock this morning. And he's back in Virginia, in Hampton. So he's stationed in the Air Force. So we're super excited for them. But we told them they really need to wait a couple more years. I mean, they've been dating since, I think, the end of 2015. We introduced them because the little girl went to the church that we went to. She's really sweet, but she just turned 21. So I think they should, I think all parents involved want, to make sure that this is really what they want, because marriage is not easy. So I think the next plan, she may move to Virginia, or where he re-enlist, I think this month. So once he knows where his next, where he'll be stationed next, then I think they'll make the decision on her moving. Like, I'm not I grew up Pentecostal, and parents frown upon shacking. I mean, it's in the Bible. You shouldn't, but I feel like sometimes it's like you really need to know. Not to say that that's going to prevent a person, because they're going to change. You have to grow with the person. But sometimes I feel like living with a person kind of helps, and then sometimes it doesn't. But I just think they need to be somewhere in the same vicinity. Lord Jesus, vicinity. Ooh. I think they need to be somewhere close where they can actually be around each other every day, because the whole time that they've been dating, he's been stationed, in Virginia. So that Virginia to Florida thing, and it's like, of course, sometimes people can deal with it, but some people can't, with the distance, in which they've dealt with it. And she's flown up and seen him, a couple times a year, And of course, when he gets to come home, they see each other. But sometimes it's different when you're, away from someone. It's like, oh, well, that makes some things grow. But at the same time, you need to know how it is being around them 7 days a week to really know, and not just for a week at a time. So I think it's been a good thing because she's been working and going to school. She just finished her degree. So I'm glad that they're getting their career paths already established. So you don't have that feeling like, oh, I can't go achieve my, dreams and career because my husband's in the military or whatever the case. It doesn't even have to be military. But that's how a lot of times in marriage that it goes. It's like, well, I gotta work because we got a family and, take care of. But I think with God on their side, and them hopefully listening to advice from anyone with wisdom on marriage, I will be getting her a book that I read, that I'm reading. I only have I think a chapter left, and I've posted it on my Instagram. The Power of a Praying Wife by Stormy O. Martin. Her books are awesome. And then they have one of The Power of a Praying Husband. So I think that will be a gift that, for me and my husband, that we will get both of them. I'm a fan of making sure you get premarital counseling because this isn't my first marriage. So I know things that I didn't do prior marriage, that I wish I probably would have done differently, or I waited and, but when you're young, you just be like, I'm going to do it. But that'd be a whole nother segment. So hope you guys are just having an awesome Sunday. And I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and insert that cool videos of the website and attach it to this video. So until the next time, be blessed. Love you guys. Hey guys, here are a few sites that I use to help me cope with my lupus and to learn. The first one is lupusteam.org, and it's like a Facebook but for people with autoimmune disease. You get to meet other people that are dealing with the issue. My login name is lupuswillnotwin, and you get to post how you feel for the day. You can ask questions, and everyone will comment back to say, yeah, I've had this. So it makes it very nice to meet people from all over the United States and the world, to know that what you're going through, you're not by yourself. You'll just see me scrolling through some of the different things, and you can find anyone based on if you want a certain age group, based on a certain diagnosis, any questions about symptoms, medications. I joined this when I first got diagnosed in 2014, so I think I joined it maybe towards the end of 2014. I can't really remember. Maybe the beginning of 2015, but it's been very, very helpful. The next site is Lupus Foundation of America. This is more an educational site. It will give you help with anything that you may have when it comes to questions about lupus, and also it will give you the symptoms. It'll tell you how to donate. It'll tell you where you can do a lupus walk. Lots and lots of informative things. So that's my little tidbit for the week. I will be featuring more sites and books and other things that I've used to help me learn and cope with this disease. Till next time, be blessed.